Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
설정하고 싶은데 어떻게 해야 되는 거지? 버튼이 스페이스 다 안 되는데? 했나?
Say, this wouldn't happen. And if this ship... Oh, by the law. Edge... No.
쟤 엄청 세 보이는데? 베헤모스? 와, 이놈에서부터 날 미치는데? 포기할까? 이놈에서부터 너무 세다. 못하겠다 이거. 끝까지 따라와. 야, 같이 좀 싸우자. 야, 갔냐? 기회 같은 게 없는 게 너무 아쉽다. 한 번 죽으면 되는구나. 지금 상태가 안 좋다. 안 들리니까 어우 야 달 예쁘다. 배경음이 안 들리니까 좀 심심하긴 하다. 달은 예쁘네. 잘 만들었다. 대화할 것 같은데 저장 한번.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea. You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge. 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get it. Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Hope's just a rumor, friend. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about.
Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
Some sort of freelancer?
뭘 해야 훔치기가 가능할 텐데. 사람도 없으면 훔치기 가능한 것 되는 거 아닐까? 아무도 없으면 되는 거 아니야? 자판기. 나머지는 봐도 되는 잔대줄 먹었네. 뭐야? 스킬 같은 거구나.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you'll speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her...
My dad told me all about the plant. I mean, if that's all right with...
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am...
Great! I got my wrenches and...
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck.
종료되었습니다. 동료점 투정하고 스펙하는 실시기 경험하고 소질 장점과 영감 스킬 동료 특별 전투 능력이 잘 수 있다.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
우선은 이거부터 죄 세 개 남았네. 좋은데 오케이. 저장. 그럼 때리면 되는 거냐? 없네.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stuff... Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town.
오케이. 우선 퀘스트는 다른 걸 먼저 할 거라서 퀘스트
구루루루님 화물을 조용한 방송 환영합니다.
네, 어서 오세요. 가까운 데 있었네. 2층이구나. 돈 내나
You the new
시켜.
worker? Whatever. Make it quick, tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
가장 가까운
Shame
생존자.
though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We,
오케이.
just between the two of us, I'm pretty sure.
아하, 이렇게 된다. 우선 이 동료를 어떻게 해야 될 것 같은데. 얘가 있으면 동료가 있어도 되나? 훔치는 게? 아, 나가야 돼?
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been... Oh, sweet merciful law. Please don't kill me. I still gotta pay my gravesite fees. Wait a second. I heard Murrah. Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. You some sort of wandering alienist? Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas, no. You are? Oh. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you...
이거 퀘스트?
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work, there's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful. I need you to break it.
Yeah, huh?
동료가 있는 상태에서 훔치기가 되는지를 봐야 되는데 우선 저장 좀 해보고 되네 이게. 얘가 있어가지고 되는구나. 간단하네.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you... Alright. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
호호.
That's all I can ask of you.
선택지 퀘스트. 좀 나가야 되고.
Oh, I cut my own hair. Look,
Merciful law. Please don't touch physical hygiene. No, thank you. That's quite... I'm Conrad. You will also report to me in the event... Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked... As broke as pie crust, I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish... With what? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The bar... Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind... Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I... Much obliged.
끝이야?
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the... Experience was my teacher.
사이런스한테 얘기를 하긴 해야 되는데 저장부터 하고.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners, skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
방을 시작하라. 잠깐만. 난 싸울 생각이 없었는데.
We did it.
아이고, 이러면 안 되는데. 그러면 캐스트가 어떻게 되는 거야? 불러오자.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you about, Miss... You run into...
아, 얘 권총이구나. 치아?
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet... I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the... Eugene overdosed on adrenatime. We can all thank our lucky stars that... I included it all in my official report.
마지막 하나 남았네.
When I was
Thank the law. I've been... You ever swung a truncheon? I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance.
제가 또 퀘스트 줄 것 같긴 한데 퀘스트가 너무 많아지면 또 헷갈려가지고 내용도 생각 안 나고 그래서 한 개 한 개 하는 게 제일 좋아요. 뭐 같이 가는 길이면 퀘스트 같이 하는 것도 좋긴 하지만은 퀘스트 하면은 기본적으로 내가 이걸 왜 하고 있는지 내용이 생각 안 나가지고
Grave digging's a fine profession. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some... And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
저기 기억 좋지 않다. 그 말은 시간 지나면은 안 좋은 평가도 좋아진다 그거 같은데 이거 해야 되고 아 이것도 해야 되는구나. 이거 먼저 하고 여기까지만 합시다. 하고 싶은 게 또 있어가지고 테스트 해야겠어. 방송은 여기까지만.